Okay, so I have a fun one for you guys today. This video might be a bit controversial just due to the nature of the topic, but I really don't care. This isn't the first controversial video I've made, and it won't be my last. Today I'm going to talk about a stock that has been getting a ton of attention recently. Now, this is a SPAC stock with the ticker DWAC, meaning this is a special purpose acquisition company that is going to be merging with the actual company I'm going to be discussing today. And the reason that this stock has received so much attention is not only because this stock received an 800% gain in only a time frame of 5 days, but it is also because this SPAC ticker will be merging with Donald Trump's new social media company. And keep in mind, this social media app is actually planned to be launched as a beta this November, with a wider rollout in 2022. And the insane thing is, at the time of recording this video, this stock is now sitting at around a $2.7 billion market cap, all without a working product. Because, mind you, Trump's social media app isn't out yet, which also means this is currently a $0 revenue company. So without getting too much into the politics of this, I'd like to go over what this stock is and if it's a good buy right now. Okay, so in the news, this is being called Trump's social media app, but what's actually the name of it? The name of the actual app is called Truth Social, which promises to provide a censorship-free platform where users will be able to speak their minds without getting banned or shadow banned if they say something that might be deemed as controversial. And being that Trump was banned from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube in the wake of the January 6th insurrection, Trump's accounts were also flagged multiple times for spreading what was claimed as false information. And to be honest, I think this is what added fuel to the fire behind the idea of Trump's Truth app. So whether or not you're someone who agrees or disagrees politically with Trump, there's no doubt that over the last decade, as social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook have become more powerful and influential, there's also been a harsher crackdown on what these tech giants are calling false information. And some might claim that this is a good thing because it limits hate speech. However, on the other side, some people are pointing out that while hate speech definitely shouldn't be supported, the definition of hate speech is becoming looser and looser over time, which in turn is allowing the censorship of simply different opinions and ideas, which isn't a good thing either. So I don't want to get too off track here, but overall, whether you agree or disagree with the idea of Truth Social, there's no doubt that there's definitely going to be a market for this kind of platform. I know there are countless people out there who will always stand by freedom of speech, and this Truth platform really symbolizes this idea. And listen, Trump definitely knows how to get attention and market himself, and this whole idea of a new type of social platform that has Trump's name on it is going to garner both a lot of positive and negative attention. And on top of this, because of the nature of the platform, Truth might have the ability to, over time, diversify and branch out into other forms of media other than just a social platform, meaning that in the future, Truth could become a much larger brand itself. And one of the ways that it could do this is potentially branching out to become a news network as well. But I digress. However, with that being said, let's talk about the cons for a second. Make no mistake, this is an extremely speculative stock. With no revenue, financials, or working product, there's definitely a lot being left out here. And while the idea of a truly free speech platform is appealing to many, a lot has to still go right for Truth to be successful. And not only that, but we also have to take into account the short sellers and people who will never support the app simply because it has Donald Trump's name attached to it. And lastly, being that the United States probably has the most rights out of any country when it comes to freedom of speech, I highly doubt that Trump's app is going to be able to find a market outside of the United States, because censoring any voice goes against what this app stands for in the first place. So with that being said, do I think this stock is a good buy right now? Well, considering it's already spiked a considerable amount, has no financials, and no working product, I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I already have a few risky stocks in my portfolio right now, and I'm not really looking to add any more currently. However, with that being said, if you have some around money and you really feel like taking a risk and investing in DWAC, definitely don't invest more than you're willing to lose. And just realize that I think this is going to be an incredibly volatile stock, which means currently it's better suited for some risky day trading if you're into that kind of thing, rather than a safe buy and hold kind of approach. However, if you're someone who just wants to buy into the stock for the cause and the movement that's being created, then I suppose the risks I mentioned don't really matter anyway. And at the end of the day, it's your money. However, I think for most people, watching this stock from the sidelines with some popcorn is going to be a much safer option, just to see how this all plays out. But yeah, guys, I think that'll wrap up the video for today. Thanks as always for listening, and I'll see you next time.